Hi guys, if you're applying to college in 2025 or beyond, there are 4 changes that the Common App has recently made that you should know about and know how to get the most out of. My name is Brooke. I've been coaching students through this college admissions process for, oh my gosh, almost 2 decades at this point, if not more. I'm also a test prep expert. We have an online course for the SAT, which I encourage you to check out. You can take a free SAT prep test on our site, SupertutorTV.com. My first change that we see on the new Common Application is a new essay. Well, it's not entirely a new essay. It's a revision of what used to be the COVID essay. When COVID-19 hit, the Common Application introduced an essay for students to share how COVID has affected them, and if there's extenuating circumstances or other things that they think colleges should know that help explain their academic progress, their activities, etc. As COVID-19 has gotten further and further away, it's no longer relevant for a lot of students because COVID happened in middle school, not in high school. And most of the time on your college application, you're talking about what's happened for the last 4 years. So this essay has now been replaced by a 250-word essay called Challenges and Circumstances. What I love about this is it gives students the perfect opportunity to explain if they have any extenuating circumstances in their lives that they need to share with colleges. If you have to drive an hour and a half to school every day, if you have a parent who is terminally ill, if you have really challenging situations, no quiet study time, you need to explain that in your college application so colleges understand the obstacles you had to overcome to get the grades that you got, to get that SAT score that you got. And that context is what the Common App is asking for here, which is awesome. Because now you don't need an essay coach like me to tell you, oh yeah, you should probably put this in, even though you didn't realize that's what additional information would be good for. They're kind of laying it out for you in a clearer way. So I think it's great. It's going to help students who do have these kind of challenges share those challenges. That's awesome. The second big change to the Common App is also essay related, and it has to do with the additional information section. Previously, you had 650 whopping words in the additional information section. I had students leveraging it left and right to shove in whatever they couldn't fit into their application otherwise. The bad news is for my overachievers who were using this as sort of an overflow area for their activities section, in addition to waxing on poetically about 7 other things they couldn't fit in their essays, you're no longer going to be able to do that. Now you only have 300 words. People, not a lot. I still encourage students who run out of space in the activities section to use this section to delineate what activities they couldn't fit there or to make clarifications if there's just not space in the other section, but you're going to have a little bit less space to work with. Next up, student context inventory. What is that? Well, this is in addition to the activities section, which I'm really excited about. One of the things, the secrets that I often told some of my consulting students is that if they have responsibilities at home, taking grandma to appointments 3 times a week, babysitting their brother or sister after school who's 12 years younger than they are, they're basically the built-in nanny. These are things that colleges need to know so they understand where your time is going. Obviously, you can't be in 54 activities if you have these family responsibilities. And now the Common App has checkboxes to encourage students to relay this information to colleges, which again, I think it's awesome because obviously I'm telling my students these things when I get to know them, when I understand their backgrounds, but most of the people who need these checkboxes most aren't my private students. Some of them might be out there, some of them might be my YouTube subscribers, but they're not my private students who I'm coaching every step of the way through. So I think this is awesome. Whether you're taking care of siblings, working a paid job to contribute to your household income. I had a girl who was buying dinner for her family from her income because her parents didn't have income. I mean, that's wild and crazy. She talked about it in an essay because I was like, oh my gosh, like you need to talk about that, right? But at least this encourages students to open up and to share these things. And you can also expound upon these in that challenges and circumstances essay as well. Finally, the last change is ACT score reporting. So as most of you know, the ACT has moved to an enhanced version of the ACT with an optional science section. Because of that change, there are differences now in how you report your ACT scores. I know some of you might be scratching your heads and wondering, should I retake the ACT again or what should I do? This allows you to self-report both your highest super score as well as your individual section scores that are highest. You can also omit the science if you are in a particular circumstance where you're not submitting the science scores because you don't have science scores, etc. I encourage all of you to make sure to consult individual schools you're applying to in terms of their policies for submitting or withholding scores, etc., or if they need a science score, if you are choosing to submit an ACT score. But yeah, new reporting. We will show you what this looks like. We'll put it up on screen now so you can kind of see what the layout looks like if you're curious as to how you're going to be reporting the ACT scores. I know it's all a little bit confusing with the enhanced ACT because some of you are going to have non-enhanced ACT scores or you're combining with the enhanced ACT for a super score. But this is what it looks like so you guys have an idea of what you're responsible for. So there you go. If you are looking for more support with your college application, make sure that you subscribe to our channel and reach out to us at SupertutorTV.com. You can find out more about our resources at SupertutorTV.com/tutoring. Thanks for joining us, guys, and good luck with your college admissions.